Good evening, folks. Red County Blue Nation, West Cliff, Colorado, great states of Americans. Stephen Rorick, Mike Boring on the console, and Senior James McMahon in the co-pilot seat tonight. Jimmy, how you doing, buddy?
Well, we could do without the wind, but it's been pretty dang good weather. So can't really complain. And you live in the mountains, you're going to get the wind. But no, had a good. Went to the R2 party tonight and got to meet some folks or see some folks that I hadn't seen in a while and get some good grub. And it was at the Constellation. It was nice of them to be able to host us.
Yep, Clint and Stacy definitely have a nice establishment there.
Yeah, very, very, very nice. And Netta was back there. She was the one that was making the food and making it all happen.
Yeah, for whatever reason, folks, sorry we're not on at 7. We had a little technical difficulties. We're hoping that it's going like it's supposed to. Here, we ran
I don't know if the wind's got something to do with it or what, but anyways, it doesn't matter. Mikey got his figured out, so it's all good.
But no, yeah, that's had a couple little nice hors d'oeuvres down there.
Yeah, no, they had a nice layout. There's shrimp and them hamburger balls, meatballs,
yeah.
Ooh, doggies.
Deviled eggs.
Deviled egg. Ooh,
Man,
my goodness.
Deviled eggs is one of my favorite things.
Yeah, my wife makes the best. It's unbelievable, but yeah, good stuff.
I've been looking at some recipes coming across TikTok that cowboy candy deviled eggs. I'm like, man, I got to try these.
Man, yep,
and the pickled eggs too.
Oh yeah, yeah, we do the pickled. Heck yeah. But yeah, no, everything's going. And yourself, I know you was mechanicking.
Yeah, I'm turning into the master hot rod mechanic, but I'm a diesel mechanic today. Putting the clutch in, and yeah, that son of a bitch and clutch is clear through the lining into the metal. So all that dust was all in there raining down on me when I'm taking it apart. Only saving grace is I got a floor drain, so I
make it go away.
As much as I hate to say it, Round Mountain, you got just some asbestos dust there, buddy.
Yeah, a little bit. Exactly.
And I'm sure that's not some of the worst stuff that goes down the drain.
Pretty sure.
That just went down the drain 3 seconds ago, right?
I can imagine that car wash, but yeah.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It is what it is, but yeah. No, I think good things are happening all around the world, so even as bad as it is, I think there are a lot of good things happening.
Well, there's always good things happening, and I mean, that's, we all have to make good things happen every second, every time, every day, all the time, and realize that good things are happening and not get disappointed. I mean, that's one of the things that happens to me is, it's easy to get distracted or disappointed about stupid shit.
Yep. I think we all have to combat that.
So yeah, speaking of stupid shit, is ChatGPT and Grok and Gemini. I've been tongue lashing the living shit out of all 3 of them son of a bitches, trying to ask them what the hell to do on this, and they're telling me shit that is absolutely stupid as hell. I'm just like, that ain't how it goes. But I finally fired him.
That AI stuff, I'm telling you, it's.
Some of it is really good, man. I mean, it can gather all the information and bring it to you. You got to sift through it. That's the key about it. You can't just believe what somebody tells you. You gotta have enough within yourself to actually ask the question and see if that fits what the hell you're trying to build. That's the thing.
Well, that's the favorite old saying: is the answer's always in the question, not in the telling. The answer's always in the question. So if you can't ask the proper question, you'll never get the right answer.
But yeah, I finally told ChatGPT because that's one I usually use, and it's a good thing it wasn't a human because they probably wouldn't talk to me anymore.
Their feelings would have gone hurt.
It hurt my feelings.
You hurt my feelings. I gotta
Real
go.
bad.
I gotta go.
Yeah,
funny stuff. Funny stuff.
I told the son of a bitch, I said, hell, I'll suffer on my own. I don't need your ass. Oh, if there's anything else, or you can just go about it yourself, or if there's anything I can do. I was like, dang.
Well, they make it sound so real. I know there was a lot of stuff going on in Congress there about how that AI stuff would convince these young kids to commit suicide.
It is, and do the dang gender stuff.
Oh yeah, try to convince them that So yeah, I mean, there's good and bad, I expect, in everything, but not always. But anyways, that thing is. We just live in a culture now where.
Well, and that leads into.
Then, like you said, that's the whole thing: is take Christianity and morality out of this country, because the free country without good moral conduct is what we got now. That's it in a nutshell. You couldn't say it in fewer words. That's the nail on the head. Is when you don't have people standing up for what's right. Selling us out to Israel. I mean, how crazy is that?
Well,
you got to take an oath to APEC. Is that what it's called? To Israel, that whole.
That's what I've been saying for months, folks, and I've been trying not to really be too broad about it. But yeah, I mean, Israel can kiss my nuts, man.
Well, at the end of the
I
day,
hate to be crude, but yeah, they can go to hell, right? Israel isn't paying my bills, and I'm not going to pay theirs. Oh, but I already have.
I think that is, and here again, there's two sects of those Jews.
There is.
So we got to have the clarity on
Khazarian, the Khazars, the Khazarian Jews, man. Them are the ones that since that's the oldest mafia known in the world.
The dawn of time.
Yeah.
So there again.
Them are the whoremongers.
They're the whoremongers.
Yeah, that's not the chosen children of Israel.
Well, and I think part of that was why Hitler went off. People didn't think he really, and I'm not endorsing killing folks, don't get me wrong, but there was more going on there than what met the eye, you know what I mean?
Well, and at the end of the day, I mean,
and I dang sure ain't no white supremacist. Don't go there. So
something that happens to me continuously, and I mean, I try to fight through it, but it's like, everything seems to be a little bit better when you talk about it, right? And so if you can look someone in the eye and then say, well, I thought, you smashed my finger on this, and then someone else said, well, hell, I'm sorry, I didn't realize I smashed your finger. I was looking over here at somebody else smashed my finger. A lot of times we really have common ground, but if you can't look someone in the eye and talk about it, if you get that fear factor where you draw down and you think, oh, they're no good, they're against me, they're this, they're that, and you get that mentality where you close in, that's what they're trying to do, is drive us. That's the wedge. That's divide and conquer, right? That's what that is, folks. Right. That's the divide and conquer, where you won't go ahead and talk to your neighbor about the fence or the cows being out or whatever it is. You drove by me 1,000,000 miles an hour when I had my horse out on the road, and you dang about run over my kid, or I mean, doesn't mean that they need to die. But that's what happened partially from my understanding, with Hitler and the Jews, was they were so afraid because, I mean, they had
the intimidation
in intellect. They were scared of the intellect.
Yeah.
And I mean,
here the Germans were making they were supreme craftsmen.
They still are.
Still are.
Yeah, they have some of the top.
But see, here again, that strategic thing where people prey upon the common man who thinks just like what you just said. Work it out with your neighbor.
Well,
so there's other people out there that know that commonality that folks have. Well, they will prey upon that. They prey upon the kindness.
Well, and that's it. That's like the elite.
Until you poke the bear.
The elite know how to divide us. They have known the mentality of man and man's behavior and
human nature. Yeah.
Human nature, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing new.
No. The psyops and all that stuff, they're...
Yeah, and the elite know, the elite mind control and all of this stuff has been going on way before...
Television, big pharma, all this stuff.
Way before all that.
Oh, yeah, way before. Oh, yeah.
2,000 years ago or whatever. It's
yeah.
Like, who do the people really like? They like whoever brings the games to the Roman Coliseum and bread, right? I mean, human nature is what it is. And the elite understand that. They've known it forever. And they have that close to their heart, where we figure it out for 1 second and then we get bombarded by all this other shit and forget.
Yeah, and that's kind of the key. But being able to talk about it and get all the cards on the table, so we got a clear understanding of what's going on in our federal government, and then also kind of look at what's going on down here in the county, at the school, at the Round Mountain Water. There's a lot of little things going on right here.
Your boy Billy Bob Biden and the Justice Center.
Boy, oh boy.
So, do you want to talk about the Justice Center, or you want to talk about MTG?
I guess the Justice Center probably needs to come out somewhat, on. So, I don't know how much people really know about that.
Well, so here's the
how
thing.
It evolved.
Here's the thing, folks, is it's coming on the ballot again. So all y'all that voted it down, you're going to have to vote it down again, and unless we can talk to our Bill Kanda, excuse me, I mean
Billy Bob Kanda.
Billy Bob, right? Billy Bob Biden Kanda has an affinity with the Justice Center, and we've talked about this many times, and I'll say it again. Bill, I think you got paid, and you're going to get paid, and you're leveraged, because nobody works as hard as you've been working at this shit for nothing, bud.
Well, just getting his name on the building.
But his name ain't on the building. That says that right in the lease. His name will never be on the building. It's the Chad Haga Trust. Says that right in the lease.
Yeah, so but there's always that sub deal. Anyways, I don't know.
Whatever, man. I mean,
yeah.
If you're willing to buck the people, all that for your name, you deserve to be tarred and feathered.
Well,
if you're that freaking low, if you're that simple,
that's what I'm saying.
You can go to hell, man.
Well,
I mean, I would rather you be compromised and
monetarily
and gotten paid and have to
than be that vain.
Yeah. Honestly.
Yeah, honestly. Well, there was a couple people that were in that created that suspicious environment.
And?
Well, they know who they are. Worked with a felon, right? Anyways, at the end of the day, it's going to rear its ugly head again, and they pre-bought the property before we said, yeah, let's get a Justice Center. And then they had an opportunity that they could have bought 10 acres for a lot less money with a real contract that they maybe could have got out, or at least they could have sold it if it didn't go through. This what they got now, they can't sell it, can they?
No. They can't sell it, they can't rent it, they can't do anything but build a government building on it.
They're locked into that.
And?
So whoever did the negotiation, that was when...
Lisa?
That's when Price was... Prince. Jay Prince that owned the pawn shop. He was the commissioner. He was the Jew lawyer. You know what I mean? He was a Jew lawyer. It was just, that's all. He wasn't even invited in the discussion of buying and purchasing the property.
Bill and Ann Barthrop did this.
I mean, that
and
is suspicious.
They're the ones that are still pushing on it.
He's right on the YouTube. He's right on it when they're signing that deal. And he said, Jay Prince came right out and said, I'd like to have been involved in some of this. I'll go ahead and sign it, but I was never involved in any of this. It used to be that's all you ever had when you went to buy a piece of property was a surveyor, typically, and a banker, but there was...
And an appraiser.
Yeah, well, that's a whole nother ball game. But a lawyer, if you have a lawyer... Well, I mean, why wasn't the lawyer involved on behalf of the constituents?
That's Clint Smith, and I mean, I know Clint Smith personally. I mean, he's rest his soul by now, but and somebody that's supposed to be a land use attorney, that's a bad move, man.
Well, here again, it looks suspicious, and those are the things that cause this podcast to become. Those are the things that we concurred on. That we
could
said
have still been eating deviled eggs and meatballs.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Because that place was like this big, right?
Man.
We could have still been down there eating deviled eggs, folks, but we're here talking about this stuff. And so, I mean, it's just getting started again. Bill is calling people about the Justice Center, trying to get them on board. And I mean, Lucas... I mean, I know that you're an Ann fan, and that, I mean, you've been compromised the whole time because you didn't let Lenny get in there and fix the books, right? But I mean, that's just the way it is, and so whatever, right? You're like a neutral, right? But Paul Vogelsong, how in the hell that you can follow Bill Kanda about this Justice Center when you know that nobody wants this son of a bitch? They've already voted it down twice, bud. But yet you're still behind it? I'll tell you what, man. We're fixing to have a come to Jesus meeting. And I mean, if you tell me after the fact, after we explain what's going on with all this stuff, and you really think we need the Justice Center, that's the line in the sand. That's been the line in the sand the whole time, folks. This is the biggest money ticket this county has ever seen. 20 million, another 20 million worth of interest.
And then not only that, but to maintain that albatross.
Can't even you can't even staff the jail that you have.
With the nurses, with the new standard operating procedures and the new protocol.
Which we have it over here in one of the Sentinels. I need to photo clip that out. Everybody says, well, it's mandated, but we've come to the conclusion that the state can't mandate something that they don't pay for. So Bill, this whole thing, when you keep saying that it's mandated, buddy, you're misinformed. You're totally, and
is he preying on people's lack of knowledge?
what he's doing is he's compromised. He knows he has to try to get it done because he's already made a deal with the devil.
And here again, I don't know where that ethics thing ever went with him either, where he was maybe using, tax savings.
We already know that he was using it. We already know that he was using it.
All right. So I don't know where the ethics committee, maybe, I don't know where all that is.
That's why I'm like, what we really need to do is get money and lawyers to sick these bastards.
Lawyers, guns, and money.
That's what they're using against us.
Absolutely.
Fat boy Slater.
Boy, oh boy.
Fat sloppy son of a bitch.
Man, I'm telling you. So anyways, at the end of the day, the Justice Center is going to rear its ugly head. And here again, folks, I don't want to be involved in politics or issues that are any of that. So what I'm saying is, you may not want to either, but I'm going to tell you right now.
Right? We just want to have a good, happy, clean life.
You better throw your hat in the ring there and say, hey, if I can do something, because can we mention the caucus, or are we staying away from all that?
No, of course we can.
So at the end of the day, we would like to raise the standard of the Republican Party here in Custer County, where we're proactive in reaching out to the constituents. And that's done by the precinct people.
That's what the precinct people's job is. But
that is the first consolidation of the voice of the people. That's how important that is.
Yeah, that's the interaction.
Absolutely. That's a grassroots up.
Even though the CCRCC doesn't have that much power necessarily, right? The only real power they have is if a commissioner goes down, they can appoint a new one. It's the only actual power they have. But the PCP, the precinct committee people, are supposed to be the elected official to represent the people at the county level. That's what that's for.
Yeah, I mean, in each precinct person, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there are around 12 or 1,500 people thereason. Maybe it's 1,000. Maybe some's got 1,700. Maybe.
Well, it's about 750 because it's 50. There's about 4,500.
Oh, in each district, in each
total,
each
divided
precinct.
by 3 is 15, and then by 2 is
by 2 is 750.
Yeah,
750 people. They should have the email, phone number, contact for every one of them people in their precinct.
Well, in Nikita,
and if somebody has an issue, that's one of the first places it can go in the political realm.
And the thing is like Nikita, which is my right. I'm going to talk about you, Nikita, because you're my PCP. You so blatantly stood up at one of the meetings and said, "Well, I have this huge voter roll," but you've never reached out to anybody. So that's the thing. All you reach out is to Lisa. Lisa has you by the nose ring, and she leads you around wherever she wants you to go. You don't call me and ask me what I think.
You didn't even know about the Christmas party, did you?
Yeah, you haven't even invited me to anything, and I ain't going to your shit unless you invite me. I ain't going to it unless you invite me to it.
Yeah, I didn't receive an email either. on the Christmas party there at Tony's.
And I know, but you went around and, you know, Charlie was so kind.
I was, yeah,
But nobody invited me, right? Charlie didn't invite me, so I didn't go. Nobody invited me, and I didn't go. And there was a lot of people there. And I was surprised because I'm like, but it's like, that's the kind of person I am, right? I mean, I already have all my own stuff, and I don't need you. I don't need your approval to make me feel good in my world. I got clutch dust over here, bitches. I don't need your shit. I got clutch dust, bitches.
And it's and that's the point, I guess, that's gonna resonate with me is when you see people that are not really doing their duty, they just signed up for something. Look at me, I'm a PCP. I don't even know what it means, but I'm one of them.
Well,
and then they don't. So now they hold a position and block somebody that could have been a bit more proactive and could have benefited the constituents. Well, with the proactivity of informing people, saying, hey, this is what's going on. This is an issue you might want to be thinking about. But it's also a two-way deal. But that's what I'm seeing. That's what spurred me on to and starting to learn about how all this stuff starts to work. Because it's important. And a lot of people are sitting on the sidelines. And I think if they knew where to get their toe wet, they would jump in.
Veltri said they didn't invite him either, you little low-grade bitches.
Poor Veltri. Greg, did your feelings get hurt? Shit. I'm telling you. Anyways, yeah, I mean, I don't know how many people were there, but it was, it was a fundraiser.
Well, yeah, what it cost, $40 or whatever?
Yeah. And
so did they count the money, or I don't know?
So here again, the same players.
I'm so up.
That's why we need to flush it completely.
I am so irritated that I mean, even if you invited me, I'd have a hard time going. I didn't go to that because I can't. What do they say? What's that old adage? If you don't have anything kind to say, then don't say anything at all. That's where I'm at.
Well, and it's an insult to the people. And there's a lot of Republicans that are disgruntled with the Republican Party. And that's the opportunity that we're going to seize. We're going to hopefully seize that at the caucus. So we're going to streamline, have a strong plan.
So let's break this down. So I know it's been a little complicated. Mr. Canterbury's done a fine job of doing the best he can to explain it, which I'm having a hard time understanding it, but I think I'm getting the gist of it, and I'm going to break it down where I can explain it to myself, because I'm pretty sure if I can explain it to myself, then you'll understand it too.
Right. Yeah, there you go.
The caucus, basically, what we're talking about, folks, is between the three precincts, there's 11 delegates and 11 alternates. That's 22 people per precinct times three precincts. That's 66 people in this county. For sure 33, right? 33 people off the top, the delegates, and then of course you have 11 alternates as well, but let's just say it's the delegates. 33 people. 33 people are going to decide all of this stuff. They're going to decide who the precinct people are. They're going to decide what resolutions get made. They're going to decide who's on the primary ballot. That's all of this stuff. So the way that works is that you go to the caucus. All the people at the caucus are going to nominate 11 delegates per precinct, and then them 11 delegates go to the general county assembly, and then they get picked to represent to the state. But that county assembly is the one who picks the candidates for the Republican Party.
For higher ups, even.
But for here first.
But even higher ups when they go to the state.
Right.
So what I wanted to clarify there a little bit
The thing is, though, I mean, it's not to cut you off. But
No, it's good.
It's a little watered down. I mean, we have 11 delegates, and El Paso County has like 500, right? So I mean, our little sorry ass little 11 delegates really ain't making a shit bit drop in the bucket. But what it does matter is who the hell we're getting on the primary ballot.
Absolutely. And not only that, but a bucket will fill up drop at a time.
Well, and it will, and it's all about presence, and it's the people that show up and bring that wherewithal to
The leadership.
Leadership. There
Yeah,
you go.
the leadership is what we're looking for, and getting people involved in their community, whether it's the school board or on Round Mountain or being a commissioner or working at the county building, whatever it is. We need to get this, whatever the stigma is it's been cultivated here. When you have precinct people not reaching out and inviting you to that part, here's what's irritating. That is so irritating. So one of the things I wanted to kind of explain a little bit, when you're talking about the caucus and people voting for people, if you, and this is just a question, if you were a registered voter, Republican, not an independent, and that's another thing we got to talk about, you can get inside that caucus. They'll lock the door at whatever time. But if you're in there, you have a voice and a vote. You have a voice and a vote. That's how important this caucus is that's where you really have some strong influence in your person. On the local level, that is so vitally important where we can make a huge change.
You have more
Leverage.
more everything, more presence at the caucus than you do anywhere else
Absolutely.
at the general voting and at the primary and everything. Because I mean,
The influence that you carry at that day.
Let's go vote at the primaries. Well, hell, man. How'd they get on the primary? They all went to the caucus.
They went to the caucus.
There wasn't no ballot that we all showed up.
No. That's the importance of why the caucus, and we underestimate it. That's what we have got to have.
It's elusive.
It is elusive. That's a good way to put it.
And because there's only 4 states that actually do it, and Colorado's one of them.
So we're trying to educate you guys a little bit as we're educating ourselves.
Well, because it is elusive. I've been there. I've been a delegate before. But I mean, that's been 15, 20 years ago.
Right.
But
Mary Seibert, your mother, there was a whole different group of folks.
And I'm going to bring your name up, Twyla, right? Twyla Giroux.
Yeah.
When I went to the caucus, she was always the spokesperson, right? She got nominated to run the caucus. But after a certain amount of time, then she kind of let that go by. But I mean,
well, there's newcomers that come to this valley for the reason.
There is, but I mean, the thing is that we all get like caught up in our own life, right? We think, well,
buddy,
everything's going all right. I mean, you guys are doing fine. I mean, you got 10 guys over there, and 3 of them can do what I was doing, and you got 7 other people. So I mean, I got other stuff that I got grandkids, or
I'm over here now.
I'm gonna go do this.
Well, she served her duty. She did her tour of duty.
But now I'm like, hey, Twyla.
Hey, hello.
Are you ready to come to work again?
So, anyways, you folks that are out there, please think about it, because the future of our county and our state, is whatever little influence that we may have in the state, we have a huge influence here.
Well, and that's the thing, right? It's like, we're not asking you how to do it. We're not telling you how to vote. What we're asking you to do is we need you to show up and voice. We need you to put your opinion in.
You need to ask the question. You need to do your due diligence as an American. You have a privilege to do this. And you also have a duty. And that's where this country is failing.
A privilege.
And a duty. I don't know how else to put it.
I meant to say that the other night, and I talked about that when it was all snowy and I was here by myself. Only 40% and Custer County has a little higher turnout than the national average. I think the national average is like 38, and Custer County had like 42. Only 4 out of 10 registered voters show up to vote, and I'm like, you got a paper ballot that's fucking mailed to your freaking goddamn freaking damn mailbox, and you can't even fill the shit out. That is so fucking.
Well, it's pretty.
You talk about
pitiful.
Distraught.
That's pitiful.
Man, that just.
Yeah. So I mean,
y'all are weak for acting like that. You got your head so far up your ass you can't smell nothing but daylight. Man.
So yeah, I mean it's a pitiful
4 out of 10 is all that'll vote, and you have a mail-in ballot? Are you? I mean, you really? You talk about disgusting. The American people are disgusting.
And I'm gonna lend that
worthless, no good, lazy ass. Lazy, boy. Lazy, so lazy you stink. 4 out of 10 is all that can get a mail-in ballot? Even in our own county, 4.2? Jesus,
So
man.
and I do believe that folks are somewhat disgruntled. I mean, they just are, and especially.
But so what? Then go tell them you don't want to register anymore, and be that disgruntled. You want to really make a statement? Then go tell them I'm not registered to vote anymore. Oh no, but you can't do that. You're too busy doing whatever. Tell me you're disgruntled. You're weak.
Well, and that's
the people are weak.
Well, that's the part of the psyop that's been running this country. That's what's in. That
shit is weak, man.
Well, when you're strong, you can say that, but you know.
And I'm not even saying that. I used to not vote. My mom said, "Hey," I told her, I said, "Mom, what good was it going to do me to vote for president?" She said, "The only reason we need to vote is because we're going to get Kit Chai in there, and I need your vote." And that was back in when we got Kid in there, long time ago, right?
That's what I'm saying. So,
and that's what I'm saying right now. So I mean, I hope I'm not rubbing people the wrong way, but it's like, it's disgusting. It's disgusting.
Well, we're going to play good cop, bad cop. Anyways, folks, shake off whatever it is that's restraining you from being proactive.
Well, so let's tie this back together because I got a point here. So that whole what's happening to me with the CRCC is what's happening to you all. You're so pissed off that you refuse to participate because your feelings are hurt because they didn't invite you. But instead of being a bigger person and showing up anyhow and being like, well, look here, bitches. Pang, 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 bitches.
Pang, pang.
I'm here to stay. And so, I mean, you're seeing it firsthand with me, with the CCRCC. I'm so disappointed with Nikita. And I'm not even going to talk about Don because, I mean, Nikita, you're supposed to be the more intelligent one. No offense, Don, but I mean, you just need more friends, and Lisa's not your friend. You think she is, but she's not.
But no, and I think we can all grow weary. But we got to stand up. We've got to stay the course. We've got to pick up. We got to gird up our loins here. We got to go. We got to say, wait a minute, the sky ain't falling. Maybe it is, but let's plan on it if it don't fall. Let's see if we can't establish a brighter vision for our children.
Well, yeah, because the sun's still coming up in the morning, folks.
Until it ain't.
Well, I mean,
but you got to keep going.
We won't be here, right? I mean, the sun will turn into a red giant, but I mean, if you're thinking about that, I mean,
no, and that's exactly where I was going with that. You have got to keep good hope. That is the key here. We've got to have good hope, and we've got to work in faith. We have to work in faith. We have to work. We can't just. You have to. You got to get in the battle, and you got to say, where are we going? Here's where we're at. Where are we going? And why are we going here? What is this? Because we need a vision. people have got to have a vision. We got to have a good, strong, healthy, wholesome vision that we're working for as a community here in Custer County. If we don't have that strong leadership in a good direction, and it's a broad deal because we live in a very complicated society. We're not back in 1700 here. This is a lot going on. There's a lot of busy going on.
There's a hell of a lot more distraction, but actually,
It's pretty simple.
yeah, people had a hell of a lot more hard time back in the 1700s.
Keep it simple. Well, the complexity comes in the computers. The complexity comes from different things.
Back in that day, I mean, you can catch some shit and you don't even know what it is, and your ass is dead. At least today, you know that sanitary. You wash your hands. You take ivermectin,
then benzazole or whatever that there is.
I mean,
And then what's that? There's a herb now that they're talking about, black walnut oil. But what is that other herb that's super, super popular?
well, there's a bunch of them. That
So anyways, they're finding out
in
that
in the Rogers Hood apothecary in the parfait, which that's what I've taken. I mean, we can post that on the. I always say this, and we somehow don't get it on the website. But yeah, wormwood. I mean, there's parasites. Keeping the parasites out of you is key, folks. Right? I mean, it's not just bacteria or whatever, but it's these parasites. That's what gets in you and causes cancer and all this other shit. So if you can keep them at bay, then you can maintain a good, healthy lifestyle. If they would have known that back in the 1700s, I mean, it's like when they're cutting people off in the Civil War and they're cutting legs off and stuff, and they're not even sanitizing them.
well, I mean, they didn't even know to release the tourniquet every 20 minutes.
Well, then that's
They
it.
just left it on, and then gangrene set in. But if they would have released that tourniquet to let a little bit circulation, still stop the. So that we've grown in knowledge and grace. We're growing in grace and knowledge. We just need to implement it and stand up because we're raising the standard.
Did I ever tell you that? I experienced that firsthand. Did I ever tell you that when I had my knee surgery?
No.
So I had my ACL replaced. Well, I get home and I got this knee brace on, and this son of a gun starts hurting. I eat a month's worth of pain pills in one night, right? And it didn't. I'm serious. I ate all the freaking pills, man, in one night. And I'm like, oh my freaking God. It didn't do nothing. It hurt so freaking bad, dude. And I called the doctor the next day and I told this nurse, I'm like, I already ate all the freaking pills.
I need more candy.
Well, then I'm just like, I mean, I'm in a hell of a bind here, right? I already ate all the shit that you said that was supposed to stop this. I said, I already ate them all. And it hurt so bad, I don't know what to do. I was like, what? And she's like, did you let the brace loose? Man, I let the straps loose on that brace. Hell, I didn't need no more pain pills after that.
There you go.
God. And I ate, it didn't even faze me either. I ate all the freaking pain pills, man. Whole bottle of them fuckers in like 2 days. Boy, when I let that brace loose, God. It was like, oh boy, heaven on earth. But that's the knowledge that we're talking about here. I know that's kind of superficial or whatever.
It really isn't. I mean, it really just stands to reason. It's probably something that simple. Just something that simple to get somebody to take that action, take that time out of their life to say, look, I'm going to have quite a bit of influence on what goes on in my county. If I show up at the caucus, we got strong leadership. We've already developed a plan. We know what we need to do, and we know how to execute.
Well, and that's the beauty about AI is it's like if you have this question and you don't know anybody that actually maybe can answer it, if you ask AI, it has all these sources that compile all this information so that you can make a legitimate decision. It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah. If you got the right question,
Beautiful.
it's there
Well,
to pretty much serve you.
My leg hurts so bad I'm about ready to cut my throat. What am I going to do here?
I know my sciatica was out there for a couple of weeks ago.
Let the damn brace loose? Yeah.
So, yeah, and it's that simple. Show up to the caucus and the pain will go away.
Pretty much, folks.
Show up to the caucus
Get
and the pain
Taylor
will
in
go.
there.
Well-
All y'all people in District 2, You better call Paul and tell him that we don't want the Justice Center, and that if you vote for it, we're going to see that you don't run again. It's that simple, Paul.
Well, and it also comes down to, you know, they're held to a pretty high standard of behavior. And when you start creating suspicion, especially with the Justice Center, by buying that piece of property before it even went through.
Well, and that's all Bill and Ann.
Somebody.
I mean, that happened.
Here again,
that happened way before Lucas and Paul came on the scene.
Absolutely. What I'm getting at, Stephen, is there's no consequences. Where are the consequences for an elected official to play that stuff and go against Tabor?
The thing is, folks, at the end of the day, it's like, and I'm not right. We all have our own axe to grind, and we all have our own maker to meet. But at the end of the day, if you lie and cheat and thieve your way through this world, you will have to answer to somebody. And that's what we talked about many podcasts ago, is there's no penalty for lying. But there really is, right? We just don't know.
Well, there's an invisible world out there that's God is all.
That's the thing, right?
God never mocked.
And regardless of what you think about it or what it is, regardless of your interpretation or what it really is, it's happening right now. Regardless of what you think or what it really is, it's still happening.
Yep, it's constant.
Constant.
It's constant.
Going on with or without you.
Yeah, it's faster than a second. It's constant.
Faster than a millisecond.
It's faster than fast.
Faster than fast. I like that one.
So at the end of the day,
faster than fast, bitches.
We have a duty. We've had a lot of people shed. Their blood's been shed for this country. And to walk on their blood and to disrespect them. You can't get your poor little fingers to open up the envelope and fill out the ballot.
Oh my God.
Oh, this is going to be thankful today. And they give you like a month to do it.
Well, they give you a lot more than that.
Whatever it is. All we're going to say is we need about 500 people to show up at the caucus with the burning desire to take possession of this county with uprightness, transparency, and intercede on the behalf of the people with proactive PCP people. We have got it. That's the first consolidation of the voice of the people. And for that to be so neglected with the people that are there now, it is just... I'm a pretty calm person, but man, I'm telling you, if you want to irritate me, that's irritated me. And I got asked to be one. Oh, Jimmy, you're just a shoo-in. Come on up in here. My Lord, you would have thought it was $1 million a day pay. Man, it was, you was there. You saw what was going on. I was like, I thought it was just a shoo-in here. I thought all I had to do is show up. Oh, no. That's what I'm saying. These people weren't doing anything, and somebody that shows up there that's going to do something, now them other people are like, oh, well, we can't have him in there. Can't have him in there.
That's just like Nancy Drummond suing Lynn Arrigo, and then the state comes back in and basically fines the CCRCC because what she did wasn't right.
And she said it just as plain as day.
And Bill,
it's Custer County. We don't have to do those things.
Billy Bob Biden.
She's the best treasurer
Best treasurer we ever had.
Best treasurer we ever had.
Damn it,
what's
Bill.
that mean, Billy Bob Biden?
Bill, I'd like to be friends with you, but damn, buddy. I mean, you're making it hard.
So, to me, he's like a shrub in the yard. I'm going to steal that from you, Matt. He's like a shrub in the yard. Oh, Billy Bob. He's just shrub in the yard.
Man, I got a couple brush beaters that are really good at shrub.
All I'm saying.
I will smoke your mulch.
And Jordan Hedberg, I'm hoping.
Jordan, your ass is fucking toast too, you stupid fucker. Dumbass son of a bitch. How can you accuse all these people and now you're intimidating witnesses? Dude, you're toast, dumbass.
Well,
just saying, man.
I'm hoping.
Just saying.
I'm hoping that we.
It's too late for Jordan, poor fucker. Excuse me for cussing so much, but
Anyways,
sometimes the cuss words just have to come out.
Well, it's frustrating. It's very. We're in a.
I've done my best to try to be civil, but at the end of the day,
When it's not reciprocated back, Stephen, when they're not reciprocating back, when it's not, the email not for nobody knowing about this Christmas party thing. I mean, that speaks volumes. What are you doing? What are you hiding? What is it? Just a little tight-knit community that you have there? That's why I call it the Cabal Busters. They leave me no room other than to say, hey, you guys don't want anybody involved in this thing, and you're public servants, whether you like it or not.
And I'm sad because I didn't get invited.
So we got to stay lighthearted and not get too dang serious. But at the end of the day, it's very serious. And to be disrespected and kind of just shunned.
well, in that
And so when I go to the Christmas party, and right out of the gate, Stephen, right out of the gate, 2 foot into the door. 2 foot into the door. Charlie, thank you. Because Charlie said, look, I'm not going, Jimmy. You can have my ticket, la-di-da-di-da. So I walked in there. I said, Charlie, I'm here. Charlie said he's comping me here on this deal. Oh, you decided to come to our party, Jimmy.
who said that?
I'm not going to say.
Yeah, you are.
Right out of the gate.
Who said it? Go ahead.
Stephen.
Nose hold barred. Tell us who the hell it was.
So the gal that was taking
Who was it?
the money.
Who the hell was it, man?
2 foot into that thing, I thought,
Don't tell me you're getting soft now.
no, I'm not. I'm not getting soft. I'm trying not to be,
I want to know who the hell it was.
who's the treasurer?
Drummond.
Who's the other one?
The secretary?
Yeah.
I can't remember her name. The little redheaded gal?
No. Little short
She's the secretary.
brunette gal.
Drummond is the treasurer.
That's Steve's wife, right?
No. Steve's wife is the secretary. Joni Wilcox. She's
Joni Wilcox. It wasn't her.
Yeah, so Drummond is the treasurer, Nancy Drummond. She's the one that sued Lenarigo.
The gal knows who it is. If this gets back to her, she'll know. Because she knows what she said. And I looked at her. I was like, wow. What do you mean? Your party. This is for the Republican Party here. This is for the constituents. This is for the voice of the people.
Driving me to drinking, folks.
So when you do that, when you say a word such as that, when you say something like that, it reveals your heart to me, because that's how I am. Your words are spirit to me. When I listen, that's how I am. Just came out of the factory that way. Never knew it for a long time. I was like, people go, well, how did you see that? Why did you come up with that? Really? I see things and hear things in a different frequency. But that was just very insulting to me. I thought,
Well,
it was belittling to her.
Not to poke fun at Charlie, but we've had that conversation live on air, right? That he wanted to kind of argue about how it went down with Ann counting the money. Charlie was there, and I mean, him and I kind of had a little bit of
Disagreement?
Yeah, we had a hell of a scrape when we were talking about accounting and counting the money. And when Lynn is there trying to tell him, hey, look, this is the way it needs to go, and fat-ass Don Ramsdale and freaking Nancy Drummond and all this, and then all of a sudden Nancy pulls a lawsuit? Just wait, is all I can say, because we got some attorneys coming in with enough horsepower, and we haven't collected it yet, but we're fixing to smoke your ass. We got the attorneys and we got the money that we're just going to burn your ass to shreds, Bill. You've gotten by because all of us little poor ass rednecks haven't been able to muster. You know, we don't have the money to fight you. But there's people behind us that agree with what we're doing that do have the money. And y'all are in a bad, bad way.
Well, there's been enough rope given to them. Number one, I think they could have came clean at any time, And this is such a loving and forgiving community.
Well, then they could have come clean.
And
but
there could have been some redemption.
How many people do you know that lie and then all of a sudden they come clean? Well, I'm sorry that
Not to the degree. Not to the degree in the breach of duty. Not to the degree in the breach of duty that these people are
more
treasonous.
just like a little kid.
Well,
it's like the human mentality of it all is.
we're not in school anymore.
Listen
It's
to
real.
me though, right? I mean, listen to me, folks. This is how it works, and this is how it snowballs. So if you're a little kid and you get by with a lie, and it looks like it makes it better, then that's positive reinforcement to lie again.
Absolutely.
And so you just keep lying, and you just keep lying, and you just keep lying.
You just keep spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning until somebody comes up and pulls you up short and says, wait a minute.
So you have this huge web, but we're over here, we got a little ass Bic lighter, and we're just like burning the edge of it. Shit, the strings are just going ding, 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 ding.
And then we let you rebuild it real quick.
But this time we
Let you kind of go back and rebuild it some, and we're good again. But you ain't good again.
But
you ain't good.
You ain't rebuilding it this time because the Justice Center, I mean, we've been talking about this for months, weeks, months, episodes, weeks, months, years. The freaking Justice Center is the reason why we started doing this podcast. Because I refuse to be hoodwinked and bulldogged like that. Bill, Ann, all y'all, Shannon Byerly, Amanda Hunter. I mean, not to throw you in there too, but you're in there.
Well, no, and even the judge.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I was talking about. What's his name?
His name is...
Damn, I can see his face, but... Halpin. Mike Halpin.
Mikey.
Right?
Mikey, we love you, so don't...
And so maybe you were bamboozled by the numbers, like, and so Taylor dug that up the other day. When you think you're getting $800-900 a person per night, well, then you can pay for some shit. But when you're only getting $150 a night, that's not enough to even cover the nurse. That's why we don't have an operating jail now.
Right now. So here again, with just the basic numbers as a business person, both of us are, we looked at that and said, what on God's green earth are they thinking? But that's not what they portrayed. Well, and here again, so
here's the thing too is so the paperwork that would show why they would want the Justice Center at making $800 or $900 per person per night. None of that shit's at the courthouse. That's all at Billy Bob Biden's fucking office.
Well, none of that
you
was
low grade cheating son of a bitch, man.
Well,
you're a cheatskate, buddy.
To me, he's the biggest con that's been played on this county. And Bill, I did everything I could to get him in there, and I was his friend. I know his daughter. I know
better
his
than
wife.
Deb Adams, but boy.
Well, now wait a minute. Now you just hit the nail on the head right there. We was out voting Deb to get him in there.
But now we got Taylor, so we don't have to worry about him.
We're going out exactly. We got a big lariat now. So we're trying to be proactive before the Republican Party comes up with another cabal individual. Another cabal individual. We don't need another cabal individual that's going to sit there and stroke this madness that's been going on.
Well, and so I finally talked to my authority, and I've been meaning to do that for weeks, in which I was like 3 minutes on the phone, heard all kinds of shit. So the Republican Party, or the Republican Central Committee, can't choose somebody they endorse unless they're already through their primary. So this whole thing of we think that that was my interpretation, is that can they endorse Taylor before the primary? No, they don't. That's not how it works.
Right.
And that was news to me. That's completely not how I thought it went. So I'm looking to how does Taylor get endorsed by the Central Committee? He doesn't. He can't. First of all, we get him on the primary ballot, which means we go to the caucus. It's the caucus,
It's
folks.
the caucus.
Caucus
the caucus
is
the
matters.
caucus. If people can't wrap their head, you know what, folks, I'm going to ask you to trust me on this. That's all I'm going to say. You're busy. You don't have a lot of lateral movement in your life, but we're going to tell you exactly what needs to happen. That door closes at 4 o'clock. Your ass is in that room on caucus evening, okay? We're going to show you and explain to you who we need to be in what position in order to get this county back to transparency and uprightness. That's the deal. We know you're busy. But Steve, I don't know two busier people in my life than the two of us. I just don't.
Whatever. I got to go haul water at 5 in the morning. I got to go get 3 semi-loads because some young kid left the valve open and drained 16,000 gallon down on the ground.
Well, I thought you was doing that clutch.
After I go haul the water.
I thought you were moving stuff out at the ranch.
I'm doing all that, but it's like... Well,
it ain't even January.
Well, it's like fighting a war. What are we doing first? Well, it's like... First of all, it's like the troops are... We got men that don't have any water. We have machinery that don't have any fuel, and then something besides that. Well, first things first is we need water.
Priorities.
Priorities, folks.
Absolutely. Priorities.
We all got to have water first, right? I mean, what I'm doing for my friends, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I signed up for something that I probably shouldn't have.
But it's not always about money.
Well, and that's it. But I mean, but still at the end of the day, it has to be worth it. So
yeah, absolutely. And that's your judgment call. But at the end of the day,
I mean, it's an energy exchange. So maybe it's not money, but it's gratitude or whatever. I mean,
there you go. That's all I was saying.
It has to be worth it.
You're that kind of person.
It has to be worth it, though. And that's the whole, that's why I like cards so much. People can say, well, gambling, and no, that's whatever, man. I've learned more from cards than I ever learned from anything else, almost, not completely entirely, but priority, right? I mean, water first, fuel second, right? So, I mean, if I got a bunch of troops, it's like, okay, let's go service all the tanks, but the men have already died because they died of thirst. What sense does that make?
Well, logistics is in triage, you know, in military guys that are out there. And we need you guys stepping up too. I know you've served, but the thing is don't waste your service, okay? Get involved, please.
Yeah, we appreciate
don't.
We appreciate your service, but I mean, we all know that the service never stops. That's why, I mean, I never went into the military because I wasn't going to take orders from somebody that didn't know more than I did, right? And I didn't want to get court-martialed because I knew more than the freaking little pencil-neck son of a bitch telling me what to do. But at the end of the day, we know that the battle never ends. It just doesn't. And nobody wants that more than me, right? Nobody wants to be retired and reclined and smoothed down. And do you think the good Lord would do that for me? Oh, no, 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 no. I'm over here breathing clutch dust, bitches. That's asbestos dust, bitches, falling right in my face.
And you won't put a mask on.
Shit. A mask?
Since COVID ruined that.
Never occurred to me.
Oh, yeah. Put the goggles on and the mask.
But
that might be where that might come in handy.
The problem is the job doesn't pay to do that. Right? So, I mean, it's a trade-off. So what do? I hold my breath and I stay out of the way.
No, you know what you're doing.
So I brush it off, and then I get the pressure washer and then wash it all down the drain.
Get it wet.
To your ass, Dave Snyder.
Get it wet. I wonder how Dave's coming on that, remove the...
I don't know. We need to figure that out because I don't see nothing happening over here. They just have that one single trailer. There ain't nothing happening.
You could pretty much go back on a few podcasts and see what Jimmy said about it. That's blowing smoke up our ass. All that's doing is trying to pacify some time. To me, it is a reckless idea that he's ever going to be able to do that. Because what'd you say? Takes the power of lightning.
Well, there's a reason
to break that thing.
There's a reason why this shit is so good. Because it's good.
Because it's good.
The bond is hard, but strong.
It's strong. It's powerful. And we have a formidable challenge.
The reason why they call it forever chemicals, and every time I get a coffee cup, I got a coffee cup the other day, and I was touching the bottom of it, and it's just a paper cup, but I
You're thinking, what's slick chemicals in here?
I dumped a bunch of hot ass hamburger grease in the son of a bitch.
And it took it.
Hell yeah. It did.
She took She took it. Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
So here again, we live in a very chemical world.
Got some PTFE right here for you, boys. PFAS chemicals right up in here.
Yeah. So anyways, at the end of the day, there's some challenges. Here again, the sewage thing has never been completely taken care of. Now we're talking about, what are we going to do? Put a 10-foot wall on the dam out there and lift up the wall of Lake Deweese or something? What's going on out there?
I don't know. There's a big dam deal.
Oh, big meeting tomorrow at 1 o'clock at the bowling alley. If you got a little bit of time to kind of get involved in your community, maybe you might.
Dang, I better sick Chucky on that.
We the people are they. We are they, folks. We the people. Don't start off, well, we the government to form a better government here now. You know what I'm saying?
If we're trusting Bill
It's we the people.
If we're trusting Bill Candid to do anything, we're in a bad way. He's already compromised you. Son of a bitch and making $85,000 a year, but yet he's gonna and he's got a septic business. I mean, these guys I know, like Seifert's and Ed Lyons and these other guys. I mean, they make a lot of money doing these septic systems. Bill and Carrie Kanda have to use the county tax break to get $100 off of their freaking material bill.
I just hope it's not true.
We know it. We already know it's true.
Well, I know it.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, is he going to get his ass in a sling?
Is there going to be any consequences?
We already know it happened. We already know that it happened.
That's what I'm saying.
Does anybody give a shit? That's the question.
The whole thing is that statute that says anybody that's receiving any kind of taxpayer money, you got to hold the people around you accountable that's receiving that taxpayer's money. Whether it's a bad hire, they're inadequate, they're doing their job, they're costing us tens of thousands of dollars. We have to sub out their job, but they still hold their job, and then we give them a raise to do their job, and then we hire more people to do his job.
Vern, we're talking about you, baby.
And that's only one position.
I didn't make it up, but they call you the artificial biker, right?
Cranium.
Artificial
biker and cranium.
The cranium thing, I mean, that, whatever, but...
And you know, Vern, I try to be as cordial with these people as I can.
Artificial biker, dude. Poor bastard.
So anyways, I'm just saying, there's room for people to get involved if you're talented.
That's the way that India works. Is like the upper 2/3 of the people go into private business, and the lower third go into the government.
Here you go.
Vern, Billy Bob.
Anybody
Biden.
that gets a job at a county building where you're receiving government money and you go in there for a career, That's just bad math.
That's why, Paul, I mean, I visited quite a bit with you the other night, and you and I mean, I know that you're not, Lucas, I don't think there's no use talking to you. You're already compromised. I mean, I know you're over there doing shit with Lisa. You're already compromised.
Oh, at the clinic? That's a whole nother issue.
You're already compromised with Ann, or you would have let Lenny in there to fix the books, buddy. But Paul, you come in a little bit later, and I mean, you say you have all this background with the Navy, and you do this and you do that. If you legitimately, honestly think that we need the Justice Center, that's why back in the old days, they tar and feathered people, buddy.
Well, you'd start back to back with the Pistolio too. You do your 10 steps and turn around and let her rip. I mean, there's a point where
Well, I mean, that's a duel, right? When you actually have man to man. What I'm talking about is when you have a government official.
An
That's
oppressor.
why they dump them in. They
An
cover
oppressor.
them in tar and feather their ass.
Right.
We ain't gonna fucking. You ain't man enough to duel me, bitch.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. But you would call them out. You would say, let's duel.
We ain't
The tar and feather thing.
We ain't calling your ass out, Paul. We're frickin' just tar and feathering you. You weak ass bitch. Are you really Vogelfold?
That's what they're calling him.
I'm
Vogelfold.
calling you tomorrow, Paul.
Man, I heard that. I heard Vogelfold. I was like,
George Gramlich is the one that said that.
God rest his soul. And we love you, Bonnie. If you ever need anything, you know to holler. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we've got a we've got some challenges up here, and we dang well better draw. And here again, I'm going to say, Taylor is an absolute blessing to this county. What he brings, his skill set is unbelievable, and not only that, but his humility and his ability to learn and listen to people that have skin in the game. He is a true servant.
Whatever, the other night when we were talking about, I mean, I kind of pressed the issue, but when he was telling us what happened with that critical incident, and he looked me in the eye, brother, there was tears in
Tears
his
in it.
eyes. Yeah, hell yeah.
The man's got a soul.
I mean,
If the guy, if
whatever, you can think all kind of weak-hearted shit, but up here, wherever I am at, and you got tears in your eyes, bitches.
Well, that's what I'm saying. When a warrior cries,
sideways.
yeah, when a warrior cries, I'm going to just tell you, that's what we're missing here is the strong man that has the ability, that possesses his own soul through his spirit, through instruction and discipline. That's what the world's trying to push down. We can't have that. We can't have that. That's what formed this country.
So let's talk real quick before we run out of time about our headlines. Folks, the leader in NATO wants to have World War III, and he says we're going to go to war with Russia for 20 years. And you're going to put up with that? You really think Russia's the enemy? Russia ain't the frickin' enemy. NATO's the enemy. Haven't you watched the movies?
Well, it's a spirit of mammon. It's a spirit of the love of money against the love of humanity, the love of people. They love money and all this carnage. They're satanic.
I know it's money, but it's like, to me, that's like...
Well, that's the warmongers.
Well, and
20-year war.
It is. But I mean, to me, it's like money is just like... That's such a simple explanation that doesn't really mean anything, right? I mean... DJ Trumper, buddy, you better keep us out of this. And all I know is, and so this goes back to MTG. Mrs. Green, my hat's off to you, sweetheart.
Amen. Same here.
I have more respect for you than
And you, Massey. Thank you, guys.
I have more respect almost for you than anybody else because, I mean, so this...
And there's a few more out there. There's a couple more standing up.
There is, but not like this.
Luna. I think, is that Luna?
So it's HR 3492. You look up the freaking bill. HR 4.
And Chip Roy is another one.
Chip Roy is fucking he needs to be burned at the stake.
Does he?
Yeah.
What did he do now?
It has to do exactly with this freaking bill with MTG. And I'll make sure that this gets posted on the website, folks, so that you can watch this. So this Chip Roy, this fucking son of a bitch that thinks he's going to be the Attorney General for Texas, what he's doing is trying to undermine MTG, and it's all about cutting the genitals off of these kids. HR 3492. MTG is over here trying to get this bill passed, and Chip Roy's in there like, no, we're going to... Why, you stupid son of a bitch? You need your fucking nuts cut off, dumbass. Man, I almost said the N-word there, boy.
Air brakes.
I mean, we're trying to be legitimate here. If we weren't on air or whatever, I mean, I really don't care. We say the N-word all the time
Well,
because
we're trying to get some points across. and
N-word means lazy, right? And retro,
Dirty.
yeah,
dirty.
yeah.
That's all.
But this Chip Roy is going against Marjorie Taylor Greene and trying to revamp her bill. All this stuff is on this thing that we're going to post. What he's done is criminal. It will still allow Gavin Newsom to cut little boys' dicks off. It's Marjorie Taylor Greene is stood by Trump the whole time. She's voted with him 98% of the time, and he calls her Marjorie Traitor Greene because she stood up for the gals that got raped by Jeffrey Epstein. Trump, you made a bad mistake there, buddy. And what does MTG say? She said, Trump knows exactly what the hell he's doing. Everybody says, well, he's getting influenced and he's doing this and he's doing that. He did that on his own. They're going to lose the midterms. They don't pay attention here, folks. They're all in the same bed together. But whatever Chip Roy is doing against this bill here, there's no room and there's no way that can be legit.
I mean, it's almost like watching.
You over here sucking Gavin Newsom in the back room, nigger?
It's
fuck, man.
You said the N-word.
I did. Chip Roy, you're a nigger fucking sucking Chip Roy in the back room, fucking cocksucker.
So they all got these political compromises.
Fuck!
They can't just come clean and be upright and godly about anything. But it's almost
she's one of the only purest ones that have been there the whole time. She stood next to him, J6, all this, and he has the fucking the misstep to call her a traitor. It's the sickest shit ever, man. You know what, folks? That's why I'm like, fuck. There's no divine intervention is the only chance because Trump ain't gonna do it.
But still vote. Still come to the caucus.
Yeah, come to the caucus. I mean, at least we can try to get Taylor in there.
Well, we got to have good hope, folks.
I mean,
I'm
sorry, folks, that
it don't always go the way we want it.
I normally don't drink on air, but I am right now, right? I mean, we went to the party and whatever. I mean, I usually try to stay pretty even keel, but I'm so upset after listening to that interview with Marjorie Taylor Greene and Alex Jones about Chip Roy, what he's trying to do to her bill. I mean, that's enough to make you cry. This is these little boys' genitals. And what he's saying, he thinks, the thing is, I mean, it's complicated. And so, it's complicated, folks, right? There's a lot of complications. And so, I mean, you got to be a mastermind at this shit to understand what's going on. But when you stick your neck out on the chopping block, right? Yeah, hell, I'm all of this and I'm all of that. Bam! Greedy hog gets slaughtered first.
Well, pride comes before a fall, and humility brings honor.
Squeaky wheel gets greased first. Oh, what's that? Squeaky wheel gets changed first.
I'm not hiding. I'm trying to let my light shine. I'm trying to encourage people.
I just want the right shit to happen here, man. I just want everybody to be happy.
But it's going to take it. Not everybody's ever going to be happy just because they drink a lot of Kool-Aid.
They ain't going to be happy because they're not happy with righteousness.
Absolutely.
That's what the devil is. That's what That's what the darkness is they try to swallow light. But it's like, look here, bitch. It's a locomotive fucking gonna... Man, we got more light than you can ever swallow, bitches. There's no way that you can ever stop the light.
Can't.
So you can try all you want.
So at the end of the day, they're
excuse me for saying the N-word. I mean, I'm going to say it again, and I say it like 6,500 times a day.
Yeah.
Try not to say it on air.
Well, we do that. I mean, between ourselves because we understand.
And it's not racist, right?
And it's not. I mean, the black people will say the N-word 500 times more than
the black people call nigger left and right all day long. Nigger, 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 nigger. But that's fine. But if you say it, you're a racist son of a bitch.
Oh boy!
You.
Exactly. So
kiss my
at
ass.
the end of the day, words do matter. Words do matter.
And they do matter.
But
And the thing is,
what
if you look up what
the
nigger
intent of
is,
the heart.
if you look up what nigger is in the dictionary, it's lazy. That's what it used to be. I mean, I don't know about now because they switched all the definitions.
What? A dirty person. Somebody that's immoral. Somebody that's doesn't have ethics. That's what that means.
It's a lazy little bitch, right?
It just means somebody that is spoiling. They're not a running river. They're a stagnant pond.
Let's ask ChatGPT. Let's fucking ask ChatGPT.
Oh, let's get in an argument now.
Let's get in an argument.
Oh, let's go ahead and go toe to toe with some robot.
Perfect. When one of these robot dogs comes up to me with a machine gun and trying to fire it at me, hopefully I can Superman leap around the bullet fire and rip the machine gun off his ass and shoot him with it, right? I mean, we all got a dream, right? I mean,
Whatever.
Just saying.
No, I hear you, man. God only knows what it's coming down the pike. That's why trusting in God and having some faith and the invisible world is always alive and well. There's nobody going to conquer the invisible world, so. I mean, God's already got that handled. And it's just a law of compensation that's built in, so. You might think
You've already hit your free plan.
Boy, that's funny, Stephen. Anyways, at the end of the day, hey, it was a good party. Stephen and Elizabeth, you guys did a really good deal with the leadership of R2 tonight at the Constellation, and the Constellation did an absolutely beautiful job of hosting. Netta, thank you for being the chef and providing the food. That was awesome. And all the people that were there. What a fantastic group of people. I looked around that room in an overview, and there was like 65 folks. What a beautiful, strong group of patriotic Americans. God-loving, God-fearing, Bible-toting. Man, that was a nice group of folks.
This tries to say that it means black and blah, blah, blah. I have an old-ass dictionary that a good friend of mine's dad almost threw away.
Oh, I got a bunch of them.
I'm talking about, I'm pretty sure mine's older
Like
than yours.
30s.
This son of a bitch is like,
1800s.
let's
Nice.
go look in that and see what it says.
But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, here again, words and the definition of words. And I look back on my life and I think, where was some changing or turning points? We'll use that Charlie Kirk thing. Turning points in my life that was significant. And I remember Miss Leprezioso. You know what I'm saying?
I don't, but go ahead.
Miss Leprezioso.
I know in my own mind, but you tell your
But
story
you know what
and
I'm
I'll
saying?
tell mine.
Yeah.
You tell your story and I'll tell mine.
So some teachers knew you intimately. They saw you. They saw the spirit that was in control of the soul that lived in the body. They saw that spirit and that soul in that beautiful little child or that evil little child or whatever. But there was probably 25 teachers in my life that had a significant influence on me in different ages. Miss Keysweater was my kindergarten teacher, and she was also my 4th grade teacher. And that gal, she was old when I was in kindergarten.
Not a bad thing.
I'm just going to tell you right now, she had the anointing of the living God in her. She was not trapped by anything. She was a free being. And Leprezioso, and Mick Fisher, and Campbell, and Vickers. Not counting the people outside of school.
Well, yeah, because school's one thing, but all my big learning didn't happen in school.
Mine didn't either, but some of the turning points of where I was at as a child, because I didn't have mom and dad. I was a little dysfunctional. And I got bebopped around different homes, and they were loving homes, and I pray for you folks every day that you gave from your life to help me. And I'm always in debt to that. Always. You can't get out of it.
Yeah, man.
When someone spends the time and energy,
Right.
you can't, and it
That's
wasn't their responsibility.
That's
That's a forever deal.
Yeah.
It's forever. It's forever, always. It's a constant. There again, faster and fast.
Faster than fast.
But there's turning points in a young man's life or a young woman's life where somebody could say something that just brings clarity to your existence at that point in time. Just such clarity. It's like, wow. Because they saw you. They could see you. They saw you. Your spirit. They saw you. They could see you. That is a significant thing. That is significant. That's why I'm a kind of a loner. And I've always been sort of a loner. But I'm also a people person. But I am a loner. I enjoy my quiet, alone time. I mean, it is almost mandatory.
It's mandatory.
Yeah. But anyways, that's my little testimony of how God has interceded in my life and made a difference through people. And that's why I'm saying we are the hands of God. We are the hands of love. We are the points of light. I don't want to say points of light because that sounds bushy, but you know what I mean, George Bushy. But at the end of the day, you can make a lot of difference in a short time. And that caucus means everything at this point in time. Those are significant things. That's all I wanted to point out. There are significant times in people's lives where you can't make it up again. You had one opportunity to say the right word at the right time that can change a whole lot of things. So stand up and let your voice be heard. Freedom of speech. First Amendment. Because we don't want to get into the Second Amendment. But anyways, so yeah, give me your...
Very, very touching, brother. I mean, as much as I can relate to that, that's not how it happened to me. I mean, I can definitely, through your experience, I was part of that, but that's not how it directly happened to me. But my turning point, I was like 10 years old. For 2 years, I rode in the bail wagon with the hired hand, Tim Avery. And I was so small that I could stand in the cab, which is like only like 4 foot tall or something. And I could stand behind the seat. I mean, this son of a bitch in like only this much room. I don't know how the hell I fit in there. Right? When I look at them today, I'm like, what the fuck? But I rode in there for 2 years. Watching this.
I could say I sat right at the swath or right at where the controls were. I sat right down there, so I can relate to what you're talking about.
Yeah, sat right in this son of a bitch watching it all go down, and all of a sudden one day, he just wasn't there no more. I told the old man, I said, I got this. No problem. I can fucking run this son of a bitch. I'm a 10-year-old kid, folks. Most 10-year-old kids can't do shit.
Skateboard.
Whatever, man.
Snowboard.
Sort of. Play video games.
Whatever.
I've been driving.
When you're a farm kid, I could say that and get away with it. So.
I've been driving since I was like 2 years old, right? My mom set me between the 10 years old. I told the old man, yeah, I can run this bail wagon. It's okay. because we didn't have no choice, right? I was
Somebody got to do it.
it's my mom and my dad and myself.
Well, sis was there somewhere.
Well, yeah, shit, she's two years younger, right?
Yeah. She's still in the cradle.
She ain't doing shit.
No.
No offense to her, but
No, we love Sissy.
so
God, look at you.
fuck, man. I mean, so I get in this bale wagon, and I'm like, I'm a fucking big dog now, boy. So I pick up these load of bales, and I get them all picked up. Well, I go to the stack, and I manage to dump them. And I dump, but it falls over. And if you know anything about bales, you can't go get another load if the stack fell down because you don't have anywhere to dump the next load that you go get.
Nothing to back up to.
Yeah, it's got to be standing.
You got to have something to back up to.
Well, it took me about 3 hours to load 135 bales or whatever.
To get her back.
I was so small. I was only 10 years old. The freaking bales weigh as much as I do. I had to build
Know the story well, brother.
scaffolding to get these bales up on
Yep.
this fucking thing.
Pure desire.
It
You were
ruined
not-
it ruined me, folks. You talk about a turning point. So I thought to myself, it's so easy. I can do all this until I dump that load of bales, and I'll guarantee you that my dad never came over to help me either because he was cutting hay. He was doing all the shit he was doing.
Yeah, but you're filling a man's shoes at 10 years old.
And I did feel it,
There you go.
and I have ever since then,
There you go.
folks.
That's what I tell people. I said there's
That was
boys.
a turning point in my life, and it scarred me. It ruined me from being a normal kid. I am not a normal human being from that shit.
No, you're supernatural now.
Scarred.
You know what? I just think you grow from things like that, and I can say I was right there with you.
I know you went through a lot of shit too, but
I was right there with you.
I was thinking to myself, but why can't somebody come help me a little bit? Could you come help me just a little bit? Oh, fucking help yourself, Neg. You got 2 fucking arms.
Well, that's the strength and the degree of how you get distilled. That's what creates you. Those are the experiences in life that mold you. There's experiences in my life, and I'm 62 years old, and I guarantee you there's...
By the way, did you know that we're doing the podcast on 400-year-old timbers right here, folks?
Out of mine's from up here.
Yeah, this is a badass stool right here, boy.
Oh, no, these are nice.
So, I suppose it's about time. I mean,
So, Marjorie Taylor Greene, we take our hat off to you.
if Trump don't pay attention, I mean, Trump is so much better than anything else, but I mean, I hope to God in my own mind but
Well, the Muslim thing is a big deal.
everything is a big deal, but yet
There's a lot of pressing points.
oh, we have company.
Well, you can tell the wind's blowing hard when things like that start showing up. Two of the most beautiful people on the planet just blew in the door. What is it, 100 mile an hour out there?
Yes.
Do you guys want to come around here real quick before we sign off?
We were getting ready to sign off.
Should I get my tequila?
Well, if you got some, you better bring extra.
So these are the two folks that are very proactive in the community and the resilience and bringing people together. I was so impressed with the amount of conversation in the different groups of people speaking. Did you guys see that tonight?
No.
On how many
How you
groups
doing,
of
brother?
beautiful
Good,
people
good,
from
good.
R2 were just. It was just.
So,
It was nonstop conversation. I just was watching people, and they mingled and talked and caught up, and they were like, "Yeah, I haven't seen you."
these are our dear
Thank you.
friends. This is Stephen and Elizabeth Robinson. So gracious for you guys to bless us this evening with your presence.
Yeah,
Well, thank
right
you.
on.
I mean,
Good to see you all.
It's so good to see you guys. We missed you guys.
Well, we had to leave a little early. We had
Yeah.
a podcast.
kind of
But you
been
got the
rambling on, and we were already supposed to have been off air, but we're just about to sign off. So, with your
Well-
presence, we're going to sign off, and then we're going to have a couple drinks while you're here.
Glad to be closing it out and
Our
doing
timing
that
is
too.
perfect.
So, with all that, folks, I mean, we appreciate you all. I mean, it's a huge war that we're fighting. Dig deep. We got a long ways to go.
Have good hope. Pray for each other.
God bless.
Steadfast and God. Yes, absolutely. God is blessing us. Have good hope. That's the key.
Godspeed.
And see you next week.
See you next week.
Sayonara.